Welcome to the Startup Funding Espresso. I'm Hall T. Martin, where we talk about how to raise funding and invest in startups and the time it takes to drink an espresso. If you have a question about startup funding or investing, please go to the website, startupfundingespresso.com, and type in your question into the chat bot in the lower right corner to receive an answer. I hope you enjoy this episode. Hello, this is Hall T. Martin with the Startup Funding Espresso, your daily show of startup funding and investing. Startups build a culture starting from the launch. The founder is the key determining factor for the type of culture in the startup. A toxic startup typically comes from the founder. Here are signs of a toxic culture. The founder and others speak ill of each other. Startups are small, so the words of one will quickly spread through the group. The team makes fun of their customers and looks down on them. It's important the team respects their customers and treats them with dignity. The team believes it's okay to take from the company, such as pay without work or worse, stealing. Taking from the company is never right and should be called out and stopped whenever found. Overworking the team can lead to a toxic culture. It's important to maintain work-life balance with the business. To resolve a toxic culture, it's important to locate the source and mitigate it. If it's a founder, then one can work with the founder to change the behavior. If it's an employee, then most likely that employee will need to find work elsewhere. Thank you for joining us for the Startup Funding Espresso, where we help startups and investors connect for funding. Let's go start listening to today. Hall T. Martin is the director of Investor Connect, which is a 501c3 nonprofit dedicated to the education of investors for early stage funding. All opinions expressed by Hall and podcast guests are solely their own opinions and do not reflect the opinion of Investor Connect. This podcast is for informational purposes only and should not be relied upon as a basis for investment decisions.